Hey everyone, Mark Edwards here. Today I'm going to talk about something new. We're going to try and do it every once in a while. I'm not going to promise daily or weekly, anything like that, any regular schedule, because sometimes we just get busy and all of a sudden weeks go by and we haven't recorded anything. So I don't want to get into that kind of scenario. But we're going to call it ChillCast. This will be very informal, a very, very low prep time type podcast. I've seen some chillin' chats on some other YouTube channels, but since we have not paid much attention to our YouTube channel over the past decade or so, we've got a low subscriber base, so we can't really do the chat part of the chillin' chat because we just don't have enough people watching. If we were to do this live, but for now we'll just do the chill part. And who knows down the road, maybe if we got enough people watching, we'd go live and start to interact with a live chat. But as always, we're gonna have to respect our paid members. So as always with the free content, we'll limit it a little bit about how deep we'll dig into prospects or any of that sort of thing. Today I'm alone, but probably occasionally have someone join me, one of our scouts or something like that. And just kind of, again, very informal, but we'll talk about what's going on with us, maybe what's upcoming, the scouting world in general, the draft class, whatever. We'll really, again, keep it informal and just kind of give an update on what's going on out there. So this week, for example, a pretty good week in the scouting world. Five Nations tourneys going on in Plymouth, with the U.S. national team hosting this year. No, Russia really hurts all these international tournaments, including this event. Switzerland just doesn't quite fill the void. I've skipped the start of the Five Nations. I wanted to see a game in Kitchener Tuesday night, but I'll get there at the end of the week. Ranking wise, we're going to release our first ranking of the season in a few weeks. Kind of have November 28th as the target date that I have in mind. That could change slightly. You'll see how our scouts are progressing. Area lists are just starting to roll in now. As I mentioned, I was in Kitchener on Tuesday night. Was kind of excited for that game actually, but it turned out to be a bit of a dog. Owen Sound was sleepwalking through most of the game and really got destroyed by Kitchener. I seen Barlow play better games, but he was okay, I guess. And seen two games in a row now from Carson Rakoff with Kitchener where he really struggled, to be honest. What else? I was in the QMJHL 2 weeks ago. I wanted to see Halifax kids. I also scooted back to Ottawa. I hadn't seen the 67s in person at that point this year, so scooted there. And then I went back to into Quebec, including on the Sunday. I saw Sherbrooke, Ethan Gauthier with Sherbrooke. Uh, he was fine. He was kind of just okay in that one. But that said, I really like his game. He's my kind of player. Very smart, plays really hard, competes hard, has some skill, sees the ice. And actually, we just posted an interview with him yesterday, in which I think he did a really good job. So you can catch that on our YouTube channel as well. After we release our ranking in a few weeks, it won't be far off the start of the World Junior A Challenge. That tournament is in Cornwall this year. So a lot of scouts will stay in Ottawa. Cornwall's not exactly hotel central, so a lot of NHL scouts will be staying in Ottawa or Montreal. I'm actually choosing the Montreal route. My hotel's booked the west part of the island, so it's only about a 45-minute trek to Cornwall every day to see that. Again, no Russia though for this event, so that hurts this tournament as well as it's hurting the one going on in Plymouth right now. Timing wise, I really like the event. I'm not a huge fan of watching the Canadian Hockey League in the week leading up to Christmas. I think a lot of the kids kind of are already checked out and looking forward to getting home to their families and I think sometimes over the last bunch of years, I've just seen some really bad games where it just looks like some of the players, not all, but some, just look, like I said, like they've checked out a bit early, and I think some of the games are just kind of awful. Um, so for me, this event has matched up over the years with that final week in the CHL, and I've enjoyed watching the Junior A Challenge as a different option, and especially when Russia was in the event, it actually was a really good event. This draft. So how is this draft? Well, it's November 10th here. It's still pretty early. But I can say I think it's the weakest crop of prospects that I've seen coming out of the QMJHL since I've been doing this. I think USA is a little weaker than usual as well, including the national program. USHL isn't awesome. I think Europe and the WHL are looking pretty good. And then the OHL, where I'm based, isn't all that fantastic as far as the high-end talent goes, in my opinion. But we're finding some drafts as we make our way around the teams here. So we'll do some platinum podcasts, diving deeper into the prospects and all this kind of stuff after our initial list is released. But again, just in respect to the people that are paying for our content, which obviously keeps us alive. We got to limit just how much we say when we're doing free type content. Like to get some free content out there, but it's kind of a tough challenge for us to you know get out too much free content, and how much we dig into some of the players. So I think I'll leave it at that for today. But yeah, this is something that we'll try and do here. When June comes, I don't know how many of these we'll have on our YouTube channel, how many we'll have actually completed, but we will try and do them as often as we can. Some weeks get really busy. I would think probably the upcoming weeks here, as we dive into trying to have some meetings and get this first list out, it'll get a little bit busy. But we'll do our best to get some free content out here on the YouTube channel, and we'll be getting more interviews, of course. And I'm going to try and do those quick little player previews that you may have caught a few of them. Just did one on Bonk, where again, don't get too dig too deep into them, but at least you get a quick view of some prospects here that we're watching as we make our way through this 2023 draft season. All right, folks, everybody have a good day and a good weekend ahead, and we'll catch you sometime soon.